Hello, EthanJustCreates here, back with another video for you, though technically I'm EthanJustDraws today, as this is a time-lapse of when I did my Shadow the Hedgehog drawing last year in celebration of the Year of Shadow which we had. It includes some of his Doom powers which he had during the Sonic X Shadow Generations game, so if you're not familiar with that, don't worry, just know that some of the stuff is, exclusive to that game, so it's not stuff Shadow normally has, at least we haven't seen it appear in any other games yet, because obviously it's quite recent. But yeah, I'm just going to be going over the time lapse, making some comments here and there as well about my thoughts, even though it's a year old, and I probably don't remember my exact thoughts. But anyway, enough about that. Let's jump into the time lapse, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
I'll overcome every obstacle with this power.
So as you can see, I've started off with a basic sketch already. I've mainly focused on Shadow and not the wings or chaos spears yet, because I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to handle doing them, but I kind of wanted to focus on Shadow's face and get that right, because I find sometimes that's one of the hardest parts to get right, because it's easy to do wrong. So yeah, I spent a lot of time just trying to focus on Shadow's line art to begin with, and then use that as the base to build off the rest of it. So it's at this point I start looking at the Doom spears and trying to get an idea of where he's shooting off multiple blasts, because unlike the Chaos Spear, he can actually shoot off several Doom spears at once. I then started working on the wings, his Doom wings, and kind of adding in some rough detail for that, because I didn't know what I wanted to do originally, as you could tell from my sketch. So I decided to do a full outline of it, and then go into it and kind of add sort of the gaps that happen in the wings, as well as then adding another layer to it as well, because it sort of seems to be there seems to be a back layer and a front layer to it. So I wanted to sort of try and convey that into the artwork as well. And I think they turned out pretty cool, to be honest. I don't think they're perfect, but I think for what it was and what I was able to do, I thought it was quite fun to do and something very different. So yeah, I quite enjoyed doing it. Okay, so now we're on the colouring stage, where I'm going through and just adding all the base colours. I'm still going between the line art and the colour, so I'm still adjusting things and fixing things up as I go here and there. I do all the base colours for the Chaos Spears, the wings for Shadow, and I do some shading for Shadow, but I go back over this later and make it look a bit better as I make adjustments to his line art a bit as well, and just kind of clear things up a little bit. That, and when I include the background, I like to make the shading a bit more accurate to sort of where the moon was when I include that as well. I sort of finished up with the Chaos Spears earlier on because I sort of did a glowiness blur to them and sort of mixed it in. You can see here I'm adding in the moon now. I do think it has a little almost cute face with the way I drew it. And then I add some of highlights and stuff to the Doom wings as well from the angles they're at. Really, I think both should be affected looking back on it now because of where the moon is and where the Doom wings are. They probably both have the highlight of the moon going through it, but it's all experience and all learning, and that's what doing this is all about. Yeah, so it's here I start to do the re-shading of Shadow. Shading and colouring is still something I'm getting used to, so it's still not something I'm great at, or great at doing. But I don't think it was too bad for this, but again, it's stuff I always tend to experiment with and try out and see what works and what doesn't. that's it. That's my time-lapse of Shadow's Doom powers. Hope you guys enjoyed it and didn't mind my commentary over it too much. Again, it's a year old, so it's kind of hard to remember exactly what I was thinking at the time. But overall, I think it came out pretty good. I know I'm still improving in my artwork, so if you guys have any tips, tricks, or any ideas that you would have done to improve this or do it differently, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And if you want to stay tuned for more stuff, hit that subscribe button. But if not, well, see you, I guess. But yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.